Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, Hidden Flame. Welcome back for another episode of Endwalker. We need to talk to Lucia. Though, real quick, before I talk to her, I need to keep an eye on this list. Oh, if you noticed, I have done some leveling. I did it last night when I got off work, and I did it this morning when I woke up. So I should be back to where I am supposed to be. So let's hope I don't hit another block, because I should be hitting one if I don't hit 89. Because 89 to 90 is like 8 quests. But we will see, because all hell's about to break loose according to these names. But we'll see. We will see.
No major injuries then. Good. I briefed the recovered soldiers and sent them on their way as quickly as I could, but nevertheless feared they would not make it in time.
The additional support was invaluable. Your men saved more than a few lives. Though not all, I regret to say.
I take it that I'm addressing Lucia Junius. I'm the Forum's envoy, Forchano Leveilleur. And you are owed an explanation for these most dire developments.
Another trial wrought by the final days. I was beginning to suspect as much. You doubtless feel some consternation having been forced to abandon your original plan. But trust me when I say you were right to send the refugees elsewhere. Beasts have been sighted within the capital. Perhaps it was a stroke of grim fortune that the population was decimated beforehand, as they've yet to appear in any great number, but in time. In any case, Maxima leads the remainder of the contingent in an effort to cull the creatures and evacuate the populace as we speak. Once the airships are taken to the skies, I pray your men can be persuaded to join him.
You'll permit us to retain our weapons?
I wouldn't have sent you after the Scions were I expecting you to stab them in the back.
And I, for one, would not consider past transgressions more relevant than future contributions. Regardless of the circumstances that saw us at odds before, we need men of courage now, more than ever.
We swore to defend Garlemald, and so we shall.
It seems you have everything under control. You will excuse me then, for mine own duties await.
A moment, Master Forchano. You did desire to express your appreciation for services rendered, did you not?
I did. Though if you intend to again ask that Charlian alter its course, you will find my gratitude insufficient.
'Tis nothing so onerous. I wish to hear the details of this grand endeavor of yours.
Do you swear to listen and to learn, and not to embark upon some scheme to impede us?
I swear.
Any other I would doubt, but you I trust to keep your word. For not once have you broken it. Very well. I will request that the Forum make you privy to our plans. You may await our summons at the Baldessian Annex, assuming the decision is in your favor. Does that suffice?
It does. You have my thanks.
Excellent. You can regale us with tales of your most recent sojourn to the First while we wait.
I think I spent more time in the past than I did the first.
Did you hear something just now?
Uh-oh. 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 Pudding way.
Where is this star's blasted pudding?
God, I love these creatures.
Dawn may banish even the
Oriange,
darkest night.
welcome back.
To this bitter clime bring warmth and comfort. 'Tis heartening to see such an assembly upon my return. I thought often of you whilst I looked down upon our star's brilliance from the moon above.
Yes, but what are you doing here? And dressed like that? Aren't you cold?
Oh, I am terribly cold.
Verily, I fear for my health should I proceed to expound upon our purpose ere I procure more suitable garments.
Then allow me to summarize. We're here because none of you lot are up there. Nor has anyone deigned to send word about any changes in the plans. It's rude, is what it is. At least that's what I thought at first, but then folks got to wondering if you weren't in a spot of bother, so we decided to take matters into our own hands. Come down here and help, if our help be needed. So she says, but it's also something of a convenient excuse to visit Etheris. Oriange made it sound absolutely marvelous. More so before the impending doom, but still. And it's not like there will ever be a better time. What with the aforementioned doom? Marvelous, they say, yet not an ounce of pudding to be found. I must suffer Oriange's inferior works no more. Hey, maybe consider the plight of present company before you go blathering on about pudding and doom. Ahem. As I was saying, should you require any assistance with whatever, we are at your disposal. We were born from Heidelin's love for the lives of this star, so naturally we would much prefer to see them continue. Twiddling our thumbs up on the moon is hardly conducive to that, though, is it? Aye, not when you've all got such precious thoughts and feelings and hopes for the future deserving of more active preservation. Speaking to Oriange made us realize that while we've carried out our duties to the letter, We failed to fulfill them in spirit. From there, it was just a hop, skip, and a jump towards resolving to do better. So please, show us how. Help us help you.
Forgive me, but are they...
They're the people you've been working with.
Thy distant collaborators, indeed.
Hail, fellow, well met. You'd be a member of the Forum, would you? It's an honor and a pleasure to meet you at last. I'm Livingway, Hydaelyn's right paw. That last bit is very important. As am I, if I may humbly say so myself.
I, bid you welcome to our star, Livingway. On behalf of the Forum, I thank you for traveling such a distance to meet us. As you have surmised, preparations for the Exodus have not proceeded as smoothly as we had hoped. I should be happy to personally escort you to our headquarters in Sharlayan, where you may advise us as you deem fit.
Putting away, I can't.
'Twas with reluctance that I set aside the great work of readying the moon for habitation. Be assured that I did so only after the Loperids made plain their earnest desire to come hither, and I myself felt a growing certainty that their contributions here would prove invaluable. 'Tis trite, perhaps, but I followed my heart.
May thy disciples banish this darknesses of night. Good to have you back. That's awesome.
I am no esteemed philosopher of Eld. Nevertheless, 'tis my hope that what little knowledge I shared shall serve them well, and perchance help save us all. Will thou attend us at the Forum and lend thine own wisdom?
If that's all quite settled, can we start moving before Urianger catches his death? Even I'm freezing out here.
Oh, I dare say you'll warm up quickly once you're aboard the airship. Sat shoulder to shoulder with our fur-covered friends.
I dare say Master Fortuno was unapplauded to learn the identity of Hydaelyn's lunar custodians, as he will soon discover they have much and more to offer the Forum. Might I suggest we return to the Annex forthwith? May we have time to discuss the recent adventures we are summoned to the Rostra. What are you? What is your quest? What is your quest? I don't care what you have to say at the moment. Oh, sightseeing. Fair enough. That's fine. I think I've already taken care of this for the day. Oh, sold something. I had 2 there, so I must have sold something. Aha! I did. Thank you. Where's about Decian? Well, well, well. Not that I'm complaining, Ariane, but I wasn't expecting to see you quite so soon. Nor I thee. In extolling the virtues of Aetherius, I did inadvertently awaken in the Loporais a desire to avert our beloved star's demise. Kryl tells us you have attained knowledge that may aid us in our ongoing efforts. I have news to share regarding our study of the ethereal sea, but your findings are certain to be of greater interest, so I would rather hear them first. So, what revelations did Heidelin's Elpis flower lead? Oh boy, where do I even start with that long-ass quest? Thus, then, Dynamis is what drives the final days. And if it and Asaka are one and the same, this all but proves Nadia's theory. We were an entity through sheer force of emotion to channel this vast dormant reservoir into a raging river. Its power might suppress even that of Aether. Damn, I guess I'm stuck in my throat. But if our star is so replete with Aether, said entity would be outside of its influence to effectively manipulate the dynamis of the great expanse. Metion. Or rather, the sorrow and suffering of fallen civilizations that she has been hoarding for a millennia. Untold anguish and fear and hatred drawn from every corner of the universe. All for a single purpose, the destruction of Aetherius. Then our foe is no longer some unknowable calamity. But we have but one aim, to defeat Metion. You make it sound so simple, but you're not wrong. Vanquish Metion and deliver the world from the final days, but to even attempt it, there are 2 conditions. First, we must determine her location. Before Metion escaped, an enchantment was placed on her by Vana, the woman who would become Heidelin. The implications of temporal magics are not entirely understood, so we cannot assume that our Heidelin and the Vana you met in Elpis are one and the same. Nevertheless, due to her intrinsic qualities as an all-powerful being, I'd wager Heidelin possesses the knowledge we seek. Where she should to share the knowledge with us, however, remains to be seen. After all, she intends for us to flee Aetheris, not to stay. Do you suppose she abandoned her pursuit of Meteon? No, I honestly think she's gonna force us all to go after Meteon, kill the planet, get everybody on the ship, and fly to her. That's what I figure. And the Vana I knew would never give up. That's my impression too. Otherwise, she wouldn't have used me as a conduit of her will to provide clues such as the Elpis flower. I believe she has been waiting for mankind's answer to Hermes' question. So, what's the second condition? We must find a means to reach Meteon. Naturally, our chosen method would depend entirely upon whoever she has made her wheresoever she has made her nest. Then communing with Hydaelyn must be a necessity. Then communing with Hydaelyn must by necessary come first. Did you and Master Matoya have any luck with your investigation into the Ethereal Sea? Sadly not, though we enlisted the help of Erenveld and other Echo-blessed allies. We could not detect so much as a whisper of Hydaelyn, even from within the Anti-Tower. Master Matoya is of the opinion that in the years since abandoning it, the Forum has found some other method of receiving instructions from Hydaelyn. If so, it would be most likely by some form of apparatus of observing the Ethereal Sea built closer to home. Why not? Sorry to interrupt, but we just received word from the Forum. Your presence is required in the Rosatra, where they intend to discuss the Great Exodus. Ah, yeah, I forgot to mention that one. And Father was able to persuade them. They're finally taking us seriously. Let's hear what they have to say. Yeah, we forgot to mention that that's the reason why we came back. Not to give a status report. Can I... Aha! The forum is in session. As such, the roster has closed to all visitors. We have been summoned. Sign of the 7th Dawn. Very well, you may wait in the corridor. Of course, entry will only be permitted on the condition you leave your armaments at the door. Lest you forget, this is a sacred institution. This sacred institution holds rational discourse to the highest, and implements of war are expressly forbidden. Flip. Okay. Let's go. They're not in session just yet. Big ass cutscene?
there is a matter I wish to raise with you before we enter. We are here to listen and to learn. But if the Forum's plans are more or less what I expect, then I should like to make a proposal that will serve our ends. By your leave, of course.
I don't see why not. Your words and wits have gotten us this far.
Agreed. I will present our queries so that you may consider the most advantageous way to advance your proposal without distraction.
Thank you, everyone.
If I may have your attention, the ad hoc session will now commence. The purpose of today's assembly is to brief the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, at their request, on the Great Exodus. You may enter. On behalf of the Forum, I commend your heroic actions on the Magna Glaciers. We shall not soon forget your service to us and the people of Radzat-Han. The Satrap, whom we have informed of the refugees' new arrangements, sings your praises as well. As an expression of our gratitude, we will endeavor to answer your questions as fully and openly as we are able.
Then let us begin. First, it is the Forum's objective to ferry the life and knowledge of this star to the moon. Am I correct?
You are. It is for this purpose that Sharlayan has labored these many long years. We have collected biological samples and scientific records from across the star. When the time comes, they will be moved from their places in Labyrinthos and Numenon and conveyed to safety. Once that critical task has been accomplished, we will begin transporting the Sharlayan citizenry, which has been categorized into groups. The earliest arrivals are to ensure hospitable environs for those who come after. Following our people, we will send those of other nations in turn, beginning with our allies. Radzat-Han was foremost among these, but since the final days have already come to Thavnair, we saw fit to include the refugees with earlier groupings.
An ambitious plan. You have accounted for the safety of all nations and tribes, then?
As many as we can.
And how, pray tell, do you decide who to leave behind?
To journey beyond the sky is an unprecedented and immeasurably difficult endeavor. Introducing sources of inevitable conflict would condemn all to certain death.
Oh, hang on. Gotta fall.
Questions as to the validity of that approach aside.
So this is something that is a true fact. It's if you try to save everybody, you save nobody. There will be people who have to be left behind in any situation. I can't exactly explain it, but if there was an explosion, people are going to die. You can't save everyone from the aftermath. Those who were injured, those who were unable to leave the area will die. you can't go in and save them. You have to save everyone who is able to be saved first. Then you go back and save them, if you can. But the chances are slim. I think that's the best way of explaining it.
Are your plans proceeding apace? We're under the impression that your primary means of celestial transportation is incomplete.
If only in that it does not meet our optimal parameters, that is correct. This Ark, as some have taken to calling it, is fully operational and could be launched even today. However, the final days have progressed more quickly than we anticipated. At present, the ship is incapable of attaining speeds sufficient to meet our evacuation targets. Should we put the vessel into service, as it is now, we will be unable to travel to the moon and back quickly enough to complete the necessary number of trips. Precious lives and knowledge will be lost.
Seven hells. Is there anything to be done?
The ether burner, the primary means of propulsion once the craft is in the space between stars, is undergoing testing to determine whether it can be made more efficient. Though cargo is being loaded for the initial phase of the Exodus, we are prepared to continue our experimentation up to the day before launch, should it prove necessary.
What if the Scions were to solve your problem? We shall help devise a means to improve the ether burner's efficiency, on 2 conditions. If we succeed, you must allow us to meet with Hydaelyn.
"'Twas simple enough to deduce. You have a Concord, and so you would never have abandoned the anti-tower had you no other means of communication. One far more convenient, I suspect.
The second condition, also to be met upon our success, is that we be permitted to propose another use for your Ark.
We would be at liberty to refuse this proposal.
Of course. If we cannot prove its merit to the 99 here, who are we to stake on it the lives of all peoples of this star?
Delightful as always, Master Alfino. Oh, we couldn't have asked for a finer plan. Allow us to solve this complex engineering problem of which we were entirely unaware until moments ago. What could possibly go wrong? The satire writes itself.
Yes, it does. That's completely meta.
Yet, what field has not benefited from a change in perspective? When we are at wit's end, what we need is not the same dry theories recited ad nauseam, but fresh inspiration. I, for one, have faith in my erstwhile students to provide it, and I find their terms to be perfectly acceptable.
Order! Order! We have no time to waste on debate. I call a vote. All in favor of agreeing to the Scion's terms? 71 in favor, 28 against. The ayes have it. Fourcheneau, as the architect of this project, you are the best candidate to show them its current state. And bear in mind that regardless of your personal misgivings, this is the will of the Forum.
Very well.
I call this session to a close. Return to your tasks with urgency. The final days wait for none.
Okay. Sorry about not letting the rest of you in on my plan. I was admittedly thinking on my feet for the most part. But since we require both the means of communing with Heidelin and reaching Meteion, in the spur of the moment I saw involving ourselves with the completion of the Ark as a way to work towards both objectives simultaneously. However, we must first keep in our end of the bargain by solving the problem after the ether burner. I'd like to think it is not a challenge beyond our combined expertise, or at least the expertise of our extended circle of associates. It might behoove us to learn that the ether burner actually works before we attempt to improve it, though. Well, I've gone 2 missions. Almost each one is a video long, so we're gonna push on a little bit to get another one done. If I'm gonna have 26 videos towards the end because they are extremely long-winded cutscenes, the videos might have to be a little longer. Sorry guys. We gotta push forward. Yeah. As instructed, I shall take you to the ether burner. Meet me outside the Archeon. I can trust you can make your way there. Oh, 2 kitty cats. Oops. They were talking. Kitty cats were talking. Oh, God dang it. So the Ark is being built in Labyrinthos. Hardly surprising. Where else could they conceal... No. No. I don't think it's being built in Labyrinthos. I think it is Abyrinthos. Tag that. Where's the exit? Ah, this way. No. Get out, scare this. Oh. Unless it is what I think it is. Our destination lies in the lower levels. The Forum, in its wisdom, has granted you the access to the Archeon's lift. Step inside and have Ophelion take you to the Medial circuit? You wish to use the lift, yes? Yes. Oh god, I forgot how horrible this music is. I have sent your associates ahead to Logisticon Alpha on the other side of Muriel Ergonomics. Actually, there is something I have been meaning to... No, never mind. It can wait. Let us attend to the matter at hand. Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned or if you guys saw, but I took the wrap off. I took the helmet off. I put the glasses on my character. I don't know why. I just think she looks more dignified than that. Oh. It's gonna be a long trip. Really? Wait a minute. Where am I going? Oh. I forgot how to get over there. Is it in here? Ah, it is. I open them. We are to wait for till. Bleh. We are to wait here while our father arranges us for us the next lift. Here being Logisticon Alpha, where the atmospheric conditions of Labyrinthos are regulated. The water is drawn from underground and dispersed as vapor, simulating the formation of artificial clouds and rain. By manipulating the temperature and air circulation, they are able to create an environment for the growth and preservation of biological samples kept here. Hold on. How do you know so much about it? Why, father brought me here as a child. And what, and left me behind? Actually, you're the one who left me behind. You went off somewhere with grandfather. The night before, I've been asking Father how clouds are made, and he decided to show me. It was fascinating, I peppered him with questions the entire time. "'Tis all too easy to take for granted the many interweaving aspects of the natural world, to grow inured to the wonders." Ariana, can you speak proper English, please? Actually, he probably is. But having granted an understanding of the complex mechanisms employed by the Laparitus, I already forgot how to pronounce her name. The bunnies, in recreating a similar event, I have come to view such process in a new light. Wait a minute. Do they not have science? Is that even possible? Ugh. The subterranean gardens of Labyrinthos, the lunar prison forged to contain the ancient Zodiac, the habitations built for all mankind near to the moon's surface, each unique yet undeniably similar. Oh, come on. 'Tis no mere coincidence. Ever since Heidelin unfolded to us the grim fate that waits Aetheris, every essential resource we could spare has been delivered onto Labyrinthos, in preparations for the great exodus. But that is not all. It is also a testing ground for technologies that would allow us to settle on distant stars. Though the Laparoi, this is what I'm going to call them from now on, have endeavored to make the moon inhabitable, it is not our final destination. Mankind must learn to propagate life where there is none, to thrive where all is barren. Alas, time is not on our side. I have arranged for you all to enter the central circuit. It is there the most of our preparations for the great exodus are carried out, the construction of the Ark among them. Though our plans have been made public, access remains highly restricted. However, you will not be subject to said restrictions, and you will have free reign to come and go as you please, such as the will of the Forum is after. Sorry. We will provide ourselves worthy of their trust. Your trust. Let us proceed then. hate when people text or send me messages while I'm doing stuff. By the decree of the Forum, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn are permitted to enter the Central Circuit. The Afterburner is being constructed not far from here. Overseeing the work is Kokol Denko, after whom the forge is named. Once the necessary introductions have been made, I shall leave you with them to discuss the particulars. That's why. No idea where I'm going. Ah, so far. Oh. Don't hit my dog. Wait, is that the name of the Master Smith from 4? God, this game's making me... Oh, shit. This game's making me want to go play 4 again. He's a dwarf. Of course he is. He's a level.
Swap them out. No, been there, done that. Damn near lost me eyebrows.
Oh my god, he's a...
Think, Coco, think! We'd be well on our way to paradise. Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think!
I love that.
Yes, that does sound rather lovely.
Yeah! I mean, Master Force, you know, what a pleasant surprise. We're not blasting off already, are we?
The schedule remains unchanged, for better or worse.
Oop.
Which is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the ether burner conundrum.
Huh. Not seen you lot down here before.
There are Archons among their number, but engineering is not their expertise. Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface, by whatever means you see fit.
I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the ether burner.
Aye, aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace. As the name ought to tell you, the ether burner burns ether, ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding. Even out in that black void where the ether's right sparse, it's strong enough to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb. But it ain't perfect. According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the Forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient. measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
Hast thou consulted with the Loperites?
Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer. The moon's propulsion systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are commensurately massive. It is no easy feat to convert their technology into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say, and as I most certainly do not.
Yes, exactly! Damn it all, I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology! You're trying to drive me mad!
Do you speak of Allegan refined adamantite, perchance?
You know of it?
Only in the most general terms, I'm afraid. 'Twas an alloy of Allegan make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded. As I recall, the record stated it was vital to Dalamud's construction and launch.
Aye, that's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some in's like blowing up a dam and watching the river of ether come rushing through. Ain't a living soul that knows how to make it though. We were fortunate enough to salvage some for the ether burner, just a wee bit, mind, from a chunk of Dalamud that came hurtling into the Northern Empty during the calamity. With more, well, that extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've no other sources.
Surely the many shards of Dalamud scattered throughout Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantite from them?
Oh, we tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with. Drive calls from Ragnarok-class internment hulks. Those are the prize bits we really need. According to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards. And the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up.
Blow up Ragnarok.
It's rough going in there, even for the cream. Not sure they'd make it out alive.
Sounds like a job for someone else. Yeah, why not? I don't care anymore.
Oh, very funny.
There are multiple internment hulks in Eorzea alone, so handling this ourselves may not be the most efficient option. Rather, if we could salvage adamantite from the shards simultaneously... Thancred, is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
Of course. The floor is yours. What's all this?
Gathering firewood, so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others, we may yet build a bonfire to carry us heavensward. This is Alphino. The Scions have need of you.
Understood. I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
My sisters are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the 12's expedition myself.
The 12's? Okay.
Are you aware of any other sources of refined adamantite?
Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary. in components intended to conduct or collect surpassing amounts of ether. Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists or enthusiasts.
Magical artifacts of Allagan design? The Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all. Are there other ways we may offer aid? No shards of the Lesser Moon scar our soil, but our stake in this cause is no less for it.
Is there anything in Othard that might be of use to you?
What did you say? Oh, you got friends in far places, lad. Any road, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to one of those Far Eastern sacred relics. Some of them can hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal. Combine a source like that with the ether burner, and 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
I gather you heard his explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic?
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship. I am glad for the work, in truth. Better to busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold.
Then why are we all still standing about yapping? There's plunder for the taking, and I'm a born plunderer. I'll be an old Charlian before you know it. Start mixing the grog!
I'm certain that can be arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Aye, just like that. Our refined adamantite is on its way. Now let us consider our next steps, shall we? There's yet much to be done.
For all their wisdom and all their knowledge, the Charlians are idiots. We fixed their problem in one phone call where they couldn't fix it themselves. In times like these, we're reminded of how famous or infamous Alphino has become. Who'd have thought he could achieve so much with a single link pearl conversation? As we're expecting rather a lot of visitors in the near future, I'd best return to the surface and inform all of the relevant parties. I also have a contact of my own I wish to try. And who might that be? That's for me to know, you to find out. And on that note, I leave matters in your capable hands. Best of luck. Okay, that is where we're going to end it. Bye, crowd. Or not. What's going on in Nilda?
Our course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Dalamud and procure arcane relics of Allagan make. Summon the best and brightest of our immortal flames and form an expeditionary party at once. Call upon the Sultan Sworn and Brass Blades for support as you must. Pateron, send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any hope of identifying and recovering these elusive materials. Thiergeist, we have need of your stone torches. They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins and to help secure the surrounding areas. I trust I can count on your support.
As commander of the Stone Torches, my son Zimberk will personally see it done.
Pippin, I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest, and with Tizona's blade, clear the way. Lord Lolorito, I pray you take charge of the search for Allagan relics. Surely you know of some being traded on open or clandestine markets, or sleeping in collectors' vaults. Of course, I ask not that you do this out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it. The final days descend upon our world. If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, Uldar's best efforts may be for naught. And yet, when we Eorzeans rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple truth? That which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together. It was the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions who call upon us now. Uldar will answer that call. We will summon our courage and join the fight for our world's future. You know your duties. I, Nanamo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and Godspeed.
We fielded a goodly number, but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalamud's defenses. Still, it has ever been thus with Gridania. We must steel ourselves for a protracted engagement.
In that
Are
case,
you sure about
I
that?
suggest taking us along.
Hi, Lise. Al amigo.
Commander Hext, what are you doing here?
None of the shards in Girabania are big enough to hold an internment hulk. So we said to ourselves, why not lend our neighbors a hand? We thought you might be short on people with a talent for breaking things.
While it pains me to admit it, you are right. Our deficiencies so plain to see.
It might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the Scions assigned to the Shroud. I know this forest well. I know your people. And I know we will be stronger if we fight this fight together.
Then I will impose upon you with a clear conscience. Come, let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
I won't let it all be for nothing. I promise you, Papalimo.
There you are! We've no time to waste, brother. Everyone has already... Ah. That was a roar! A dragon's roar!
And so, in summation, the Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honourable Lord Lolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid. Is that...
Hancock? What a surprise this is. And a fortuitous one at that. I have a favor to ask, you see.
We're going to continue because this music is awesome. So I think I'm going to lose it here in a minute. If I do, we'll end it. Yeah, we're lost. Okay. So guys, I'm going to end it here. Thank you all for watching. It's been a while since I've been back to Gridania. So, see you guys later.